Okay, yesterday I had an angry post for you. Today I just gotta laugh. This one's too rich not to share. This has to do with scientists are claiming that they found out how the Egyptians moved stone blocks where they supposedly built the pyramids, which is a real thorny issue. It's so absurd that it's pathetic. But anyway, unbelievable. Um, they claim that some guy with a bucket would pour water onto the sand ahead of the 2.5-ton stone blocks, however much they weighed, and that went up the sand, it would reduce the friction by half. And that's how they managed to drag those blocks to the pyramid building site from the quarry. Oh boy. And believe it or not, I'm going to link to this. This is too good. Come on, folks. I couldn't handle it. All I could do was sit there and laugh my hiney off when I read that. Here's the thing. First of all, this is desert country, so they can get the water from the Nile, but then you're talking about a whole different engineering project. Because they would have to have huge quantities of water to wet up the sand ahead of the block. Did anybody think about this? No. Not until artifacts did. They would have to have huge quantities of water to wet up the sand in front of the blocks. It takes a lot of water to do this stuff. There's a lot of space in between sand grains. Sand is a very coarse type of soil. So, wherever they get the water, I mean, you're going to have 1,000 guys with buckets pouring water on the sand ahead of this block. You better have, because otherwise it'll get dried out before you get the second bucket poured out. This is desert, after all. Remember, this is a desert. So, they're pouring water ahead of this. You'd have to have a whole different engineering project. You'd have to have monster tanks of water on carts or dragged onto the sand. It would be almost as big of an engineering project as hauling the blocks. Not to mention the fact that the speed we're told they're built these pyramids. I did some calculations once, and they'd have to, for the Great Pyramid, they would have had to quarry, cut and polish and drag and place a block every 2 minutes or something. It's something outrageous like that. I did calculations, showed my work, and people still told me I was wrong. That's aside. The point here is just laugh at these people. And this is in a so-called respected physics journals where this came from. I'm looking at APS Physics, Physical Review Letters, Moving Physics Forward, Sliding Friction on Wet and Dry Sand. That's the name of the letter. It's absurd. It's like I said, you'd have to have it would be almost as difficult of a project dragging all that water as it would be dragging the stones. Unbelievable. And then you have to figure out how do you put the water in front of the stone. I mean, what do they use? Garden hoses? That's a joke. This is absurd, folks. I tend to think some sort of technology was used, to be honest with you. Very high technology. It may not be analogous, though, to the technology we use today. It might be completely different. What we use, we use gears and pulleys, we use electronics. There might have been technology that we can't even dream of right now that was used. But there's just no way. One guy with a bucket in an Egyptian hieroglyph, give me a fucking break. Alright? Just use a little common sense, folks. These people are nuts. They're providing you with simplistic explanations and expecting you to buy into it because they want to mollify those of us who are saying, no, this couldn't have happened. Not the way we're told. They want to mollify us, is what it amounts to. Mollify, pacify, get us to believe in a freaking myth. Well, you may as well expect me to believe in Santa Claus and Tooth Fairy. Come on. Unbelievable. That's it. Just a funny one. If you're not laughing about it, then you got issues. You got issues if you're not laughing at this stuff, because it's just absurd. And these people call themselves scientists? Oh my God. I'm Artifacts Mars. Thanks for watching. Jesus.